Once again, my friends, it is time for another Chamber Minute with the Greater Las Cruces Chamber of Commerce. And today we have a special guest coming in. How you doing?
I'm good. Gino, how are you?
I am good. It's been a while.
It has.
It has, but we got a lot to talk about.
That's right.
A couple
New
of quick
year.
New Year 2026, and I know you got a lot of stuff planned for this year.
We do.
And but we got some important things coming up right here in the near future. First off, I've got a ribbon cutting coming up for Bridal Up Hope, and that's going to be tomorrow.
It is. How exciting is that? So that is a therapy using horses as therapy for, I believe, children, but I think some adults. So we're real excited that they've come in as a member investor for the chamber, and we're going to have a ribbon cutting for them and show off their skill sets and what they do and those beautiful animals, those horses that they use. It's a great concept.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. Animals really can help with recovery and rehab in some senses and everything else, and with therapy. So that's going to be pretty interesting. So that ribbon cutting is going to happen at about 2 o'clock in the afternoon for tomorrow. And then later on tomorrow, what everybody looks forward to every month, of course, Business After Hours.
Absolutely. Lindy, it's going to be at Lindy Welding.
Lind Gas and Equipment.
Equipment, and they're a great member of the chamber, and they're on Telshore, I believe. I don't know the address, but it's a great opportunity. And I know that they've invited some of the CTE students from the high schools to attend to showcase them and what they do. And it's a great program that the Las Cruces Public Schools puts on. So I know that they've invited them to attend.
Okay. And actually, it looks like they're on University. So 456 East University Avenue. Lind Gas and Equipment Inc. And that'll start at about 5:30 tomorrow, right? Right. And I love Business After Hours. It's always so much fun just to see all the people there and, do a little networking.
Absolutely. I think in the world of the texting and social media, we forget that one-on-one, that connection, that networking means, and it's no charge. And so anyone can come and check us out because that's a great opportunity to promote your business, grab some business cards or take pictures of your business cards, whichever you want to do. But who knows, through the years, I've heard a lot of people that have attended various networking events and they've actually got customers and big sales from that networking. And no matter what happens, New Mexico is still a relationship driven state.
Oh, no, absolutely, for sure. And speaking of all of those relationships, I know that we've been talking about this for literally months and planning for it and getting ready, but it's finally happening this weekend. Mesilla Valley Days up in Santa Fe.
Mesilla Valley Days in Santa Fe. We are going to be there on Saturday is the beginning, first day. As you know, the session started on Tuesday, 30-day session. It's a budget session. And we'll see what the governor is on the call for that to discuss issues other than budget. Developed the Diana County Legislative Council Coalition. We've that's the city, the schools, all of the cities in Diana County are part of this. So they have their priorities there that they're looking for, mostly for projects, different things. I know the school's trying to get their family center finished. I know they're working on some CTE. I know the city and the county are working on some infrastructure issues, but it is a budget and there's lots of money right now. So it's a dog-eat-dog world.
I think as they say, everybody's trying to get a little piece of their pie in there, a little bigger slice maybe than before, and lots of capital outlay projects and other stuff that'll be coming our way. But you guys are going to be headed up there for the weekend.
We are for the weekend. We've got a great weekend plan. Saturday night will be a wonderful reception where we welcome everyone. And then, of course, on Sunday morning, we will have our Legislative Coalition presenting their priorities as well as honoring our delegation and in that, and then Sunday afternoon and followed by a workshop. And so part of the workshop, Gino, you and I were talking in the past about following legislation. So myself, Dr. Michael Law and Senator Bill Souls is going to talk about really taking a bill from an idea to the committee and to the floor for vote if it passes. And the key thing is you may be supporting a bill or dollars for in the beginning, but by the time it gets to the end of the 30-day session, you have to follow it because it could change. That could change what you do. So part of what we want to do is teach our attendees how to follow the bill. And so you can go online and nmledge.gov and look for bill finder. You can do a tracking where you're tracking certain numbers, and it'll tell you where they are in the system, what committee they're being assigned to. And then I always rely on the FIR, which is the physical impact report, and because that's a summary. And so once you see that, you see how that bill or those dollars impact the various divisions, and then you just keep following it through, and every day they'll update it, what committee it's in, whether it passed or whether it's dead there. And then if it gets all the way through and the votes on the House and the Senate and it passes, of course, then you follow it all the way up to the governor's office. She has, I believe, until May 20th to sign a bill, and then after that it will go to, the bill has to be signed by the governor and the Secretary of State, and then we do what they call it's chaptered. And once you see the chapter, you know that bill is a bill, and it's true and it's great. But there's a process you have to go through. But fortunately, I mean, we all can't go up there. It's a 4-hour drive.
Oh yeah.
But every committee is televised, and all of them have an opportunity for you to speak. You just have to follow the directions on the committee. There's a list of committees online where you can see where they're at. And so let's see, we have some really key chairs here. Senator Joseph Cervantes chairs the Senate Judiciary. Carrie Hamlin chairs the Taxation and I can't think of the name, Stabilization
and
Revenue. And then Representative Gallegos, she actually chairs the Economic Development on the House side. And then Senator Souls chairs the Senate Education. Representative Nathan Small chairs the House Appropriations. So we have some really key positions from our legislators down here. But the key is that our 14 legislators we need votes from other parts of the state. So that's one of the key things about going to Santa Fe. And plus you'd mentioned networking. There are opportunities for businesses who go, even if our legislators don't always come, and they do, but in case they don't, you've got an opportunity to talk to CEOs in a very confined space and promote yourselves. And that's a really hard concept when you say, I can see them there. Well, down here in Las Cruces, you have to go through the keepers and the gatekeepers and all that.
Oh yeah.
But up there, you can have a casual conversation, give them a business card to follow up. So there's a networking tune to that. So back to the schedule after that, then in the afternoon, we go to the governor's mansion. And she is scheduled to greet our guest. She always does, and God love her. She stands in line and takes pictures for a long time in our attendees. And then Monday morning, we start with Lieutenant Governor greeting the group, and then the other legislators that there, and then we go to the roundhouse, and we're recognized on the House side and the Senate side. And the event technically ends at noon. However, the Santa Fe Chamber has a big business after hours on steroids. It's called the Legislative Reception, and we will have a booth there. And then afterwards, we have a small dinner for our delegation as well. So that's a jam-packed full of activities.
Yeah, that's a lot of activities going on. I can't imagine what a business after hours would be like up in Santa Fe with that one. But
well, they have free food.
Well, that's
from all the restaurants, and it's really pretty cool. I haven't missed one in probably 25 years.
Wow!
And even when I was with the chamber and I was with the American Diabetes Association, I was there. It's a great place to networking. That you have booths from banks, business groups, and almost all the chambers in the state are there. So it's really neat.
I'm so glad that we have those of you who will take the time to go up and follow all of that, because it is really easy to follow, and especially when you're talking about the bills and how they change, even as they get marked up through committee and how the changes are going through there. You can follow each step, and if there's something that you definitely want to keep an eye out, you can do that, and it'll be very easy for you to go ahead and keep an eye on it. But I'm glad that I'm glad that we have a group of people that are going to go up there to represent the Mesilla Valley and let them know that we're down here. And like I said, we got to work for our piece of pie.
Absolutely. And Mesilla Valley, as you know, Diana County is a huge county and different issues. And obviously the communities of Hatch, Anthony, Chaparral, and even Mesilla, just certain, the flooding, they go after some flooding things, some flooding infrastructure assets. And so we're real proud that we have changed the name this year from Las Cruces Day to Mesilla Valley Days, which is more reflective of who the Greater Chamber is in our community, is that we represent the county, we represent the region, and that's why we need the assistance. And it's important to know, we go up one weekend of the year as an organization, but anytime people go up, I want them to tell me how many people they took, because it's really important when we end that and our legislators come back, is that I go to them and say, you had this many people visiting up there during the session, because that means we care, because everyone says legislature forgets, us south of Socorro. So we have to be very proactive up there.
No, absolutely. I mean, we say it, and sometimes we realize it too in certain of the things that they
absolutely
do. But it's not really too late to go ahead and get in there. I know even at the last minute, you guys are being able to go ahead and get some more people involved in there. It's gonna cost you a little bit more than if you had taken advantage of the specials earlier, but it's still a possibility to go up, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And if anybody wanted any more information on that, to go ahead and do that, where would they go?
I would recommend they give us a call, 575-524-1968. Ask for Cindy or myself, and we can help them with the process. That way we get them their names on the roster that we pass out. And so today would be a great day to sign up.
Today would be a good day to go ahead and get that done. Thanks a lot, Debbie, for stopping by and keeping us up to date with a Greater Las Cruces Chamber of Commerce Chamber Minute. I know we got a lot planned for 2026, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Or Cindy, of course, coming in every week to keep us up to date with everything.
Absolutely. Thanks, Gino.